Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Pope Francis setting new rules for the Catholic Church when it comes to sexual abuse. And tonight we've got the response from Detroit's Archbishop.
Loved ones sharing fond memories of a Macomb County couple who died following an apartment fire.
And frightening home invasion. Just the latest break-in putting neighbors on edge in East Point.
But we begin here at 6 with the possibility of severe weather as we head into the evening hours.
Then we've got some scattered showers around the area right now.
Yeah, we've had a pretty slim shot, guys, of that severe weather, but the downpours, the amount of rain that's coming out of those storms is also of a concern. So we're watching both of those fronts tonight. That cell that we were tracking out of Monroe County, more of an issue on the east side over into Ontario now. But we are watching a line of at least some downpours. There's no lightning strikes there, reaching from Genesee County just in the northern sections of our west zone there in Howell. As that starts to move to the east, we'll keep an eye on that. There is more activity in northern parts of Indiana and Ohio, and there's a little bit more instability for these storms to work with down here as well. So we'll see if any of that holds together as it moves into our south zone this evening. So here's the severe risk. It's a small area, that strip there from just south of Port Huron through the south zone, and it is the lowest on the scale. It's a marginal risk. So we'll keep that in mind as we go through the evening hours. Temperatures have really been on our side today in the 70s, but that's also adding fuel to those thunderstorms. We'll fall into the 60s and get pretty cool this weekend. Don't forget to download the Local Forecasters app to follow tonight's storm. It's got interactive radar, severe weather alerts if we need them, and a lot more right in the palm of your hand. Download it for free in your app store by searching WDIV. Guys?
All right, now to a Macomb County community on edge over a string of recent break-ins.
And the latest, a terrifying ordeal for an East Point senior citizen who woke up to find a strange man in her bedroom. It happened on Gascony near Teffer. It follows a break-in at the Dairy Queen on 9 Mile right up the street and a destructive break-in on David Avenue, which was late last month.
Sean Lay is live in East Point now. And Sean, I guess the obvious question here, is there any connection between these?
We certainly asked investigators right now. That is the key question, not getting much of an answer there. This is 9 Mile, just west of Kelly here. Let me walk you through that business that got hit right down the street. A mom's house on the north side of the street here. It was ransacked a couple of days ago. 2 firearms were taken there. This is Gascony here. An 80-year-old woman lives down this way. In all 3 of these cases, someone's crawling through a very small window. This latest break-in happened right next door to Gino Mernati, a man breaking into his 80-year-old neighbor's home at 4 in the morning. She woke up to the man standing right over her.
She didn't notice until somebody, whoever it was, put a flashlight in her face and told her not to move and asked her if she had a gun and where's the jewelry and the money, from what she told me.
Here's a photo of the woman telling police what happened. East Point police say she wasn't hurt. The burglar broke through her small kitchen window and crawled through. This comes just days after this guy crawled through the small window at the Dairy Queen right up the street. And right around the corner, we told you about how 3 men broke through the back window of Lauren Redinger's home and trashed it, stealing handguns, cash, even her son's piggy bank. Meanwhile, neighbors want to hear more information about these break-ins from East Point police.
Oh, wow. No, they haven't sent any notifications out or anything.
As neighbors are now watching out for one another.
Oh, for everybody. My girl sits in the bedroom window and watches the neighborhood when she can't sleep.
Back here live, more about this latest break-in. The 80-year-old woman that lived there forever. She still works very hard. She's a well-known and beloved Walmart greeter at a Walmart just up the road here. Plenty of her neighbors looking out for her tonight. Back to you, Kimberly.
A lot of people on edge. So, Sean, are there any leads?
Talk to East Point police about that, too. The only lead they would talk about is from the Dairy Queen. We just showed you that picture. They have been able to identify him after we put the picture on Local 4. They hope to be tracking him down. Perhaps after they make an arrest, they might tie in some of these other ones. And the 3 we're talking about, there may be more. These are the 3 we're tracking, just us right now.
Yeah. Okay, Sean. Devin.
Sad update to a story we first brought you on Monday. A Shelby Township couple pulled from their apartment has since died of their injuries. Our Rod Maloney spoke with the couple's family today, and while they are devastated, they do have plenty of fond memories to share. Rod?
The broken glass and the charred remains of the fire that started here on Monday afternoon tell you how quickly, in a flash, life can come and go. This was the scene from Sky 4 Monday shortly after lunchtime. Smoke and flames quickly spread throughout this unit in the Vista Lake Apartments on Shelby Road between 24 and 25 Mile Road. Inside were 75-year-old Richard and 74-year-old Janet Brock. Family member Janos Simarthi tells Local 4 that they were just 24 hours removed from a Sunday family feast.
Richard, just this past Sunday, was over at the house and made lamb chops. And he was a great cook, great barbecue cook, and he loved his Weber grill.
Grandson Greg Johnson says that's how he'll remember his grandfather best.
He was an excellent cook, yeah. That was one of the major things that we'll remember most about him, of course, that and singing. He could cook like Emeril Lagasse and sing like Frank Sinatra.
While in critical condition when first responders pulled him to safety Monday, both Richard and Janet died of their injuries on Tuesday. Today, the fire department looked for clues as to what started the blaze. Family was there to handle the family affairs. Greg says of his grandmother,
she was amazing. Just the way I would describe her is just kind and pure in every way.
They tell us these former realtors were friendly and helpful and loved their children and grandchildren.
They're going to be really missed, yes. We're really going to miss them a lot.
So it took us by surprise, and it was very difficult for everybody involved. But, you know, we trust that they're in a better place now, and we just want to try to move on.
Now, how is this for spoiling grandkids? Nobody had a pool. Grandparents wanted to do something about that, and so Greg tells us that they would go and stay at hotels that had pools all over the state, and that was their childhood. Lots of happy memories coming out of this tragedy. Back to you.
Yeah, really sweet. Rod, back to the fire. I don't think we knew what the cause was of it the other day when we covered it. Have they nailed that down yet?
They still have not, Devin. They were in the apartment today, the fire marshal's office, looking to see what they could find. They released the apartment to the family, but they still have not come up with a conclusion as to how it happened.
All right, Rod.
Pope Francis today issuing a new directive to combat sexual abuse in the church. The new law requires all priests and nuns to report abuse to church authorities. The law also protects whistleblowers, and churches are required to have a system in place to receive confidential claims of abuse. Abuse victims say this is a step forward, but not enough, since the law doesn't require alleged crimes to be reported to police. Here at home, the Archdiocese of Detroit responded to the Pope's new law with Detroit's Archbishop saying in part, quote, I stand ready and eager to implement the Holy Father's directives and to continue advancing our local efforts to eradicate the crime and sins of sexual abuse from the church. And I'm deeply sorry to all those who have been injured and are enduring a lifetime of physical, emotional, and spiritual suffering because of perverse actions by those in authority.
A very late night at the state capitol. The Michigan House passing a new auto insurance bill at 2 a.m. that they claim will lower prices. Others in Lansing, though, and that includes the governor, not so sure. Governor Whitmer says she will only sign a bill that is good for drivers, and right now she doesn't believe that that's the case with what she's seeing out of the House or the Senate. The governor desires guaranteed price reductions for personal injury protection coverage. The House and the Senate wanting different things in their bills. One specific holdup, the status of the Michigan Catastrophic Claims Association.
If you're looking for something fun to do with a family this weekend and you have a love for sci-fi, you might want to check out the opening of a new exhibit that's arrived here in town for a limited time. Local 4's Evrod Cassimy is exploring new worlds inside Star Trek.
I'm here at the Henry Ford Museum, where the new Star Trek exhibit opens to the public this weekend. We're getting a sneak peek, but first, we've got to enter the transporter room. Energize. It's a Trekkie's dream come true. The traveling exhibit, Star Trek, Exploring New Worlds, allows visitors to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Fire! Let's see some intensity here.
100 rare artifacts and props from the original television series and its spin-offs are on display. The new exhibit has everything from the iconic franchise, from arts and technology to fashion and literature.
As you can really see, from when this show started in the late 60s to some of the later costuming, obviously our technology has changed. But more importantly, the budget changed, and you can see it in the actual clothing, in the detail of the clothing and the construction.
You'll get a chance to recreate scenes from the series, including the memorable scene from the Wrath of Khan. Don't forget to see just how small the actual ships are that were used during filming.
You can see all the nicks and dents and scratches, because that is from the 60s. And so it's really interesting to look at that. But it's also, again, kind of thinking about how did you make a futuristic sci-fi show in the 60s?
The sci-fi series grew to become an iconic franchise, not just for entertainment, but for the way it tackled controversial issues like war, racism, and politics.
Hopefully you walk out of here thinking, I am going to follow the motto, I am going to live long and prosper.
And again, the exhibit opens on Fridays for members of the museum and then on Saturday to the general public. Here at the Henry Ford Museum, I'm Evrod Cassimy, and as the Klingons would say, Ulij Chach Chach, Local 4.
That was great, Evrod. And the exhibit will be open for the entire summer through Labor Day.
That was great. And I don't usually need much of a reason at all to go to the Henry Ford.
That's right. It's
so special. All right, let's check in with Lester Holt and see what's coming up on NBC Nightly News tonight.
Lester joins us live from New York with a preview. Lester, good evening.
Hey, Devin and Kim, good evening. Ahead for us, the showdown over what could become the most restrictive abortion laws in America. Plus, we'll have Kate Snow's exclusive interview with Facebook co-founder Chris Hughes and why he believes Facebook is a monopoly that the government should break up.
Yeah. Lester, certainly eye-opening that a former founder is making such a bold statement, for sure.
Yeah, it is. And Facebook, as you know, has been at the center of a lot of criticism lately. But this is the first time a founder has come forward with a call this drastic to actually break the whole thing up. Facebook told us today they agree that with success comes accountability, but that could only be achieved through introducing new rules for the internet. So obviously creative differences there. We're going to talk more about it when we see you on Nightly News.
Yeah. We'll look forward to that report. All right, we'll see you in about 20 minutes, Lester. Thank you. As a new mom, I'm not expecting anything from my new little one.
What?
Yeah, he's too little.
Basil, get with the program, buddy. Also, a new study shows, though, that you're already getting the gift that every mom wants. Already.
Okay.
We'll explain.
And plus, why is this firefighter smiling? It's not his usual type of save. We'll tell you what was rescued from this hole, and here's a hint. It's pretty adorable. Coco.
A Detroit swimmer is training to compete on a world stage, and she's spreading an important message.
You can do anything no matter what your disability.
But she needs your help. We'll tell you how you can help her fulfill her dream.